Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you a fun way to step up your Inlay die cutting game using Wow Embossing powder blends, which are these gorgeous mixes of color that are perfect for solid stamping or die cutting. For today's project, I've also decided to shop my stash and use products I haven't used in a while. I'll be using the Peony cover plate die that was released all the way back in 2014. I started off by creating 4 die cuts using navy blue cardstock. I then stuck them back to back along the edges and placed the entire thing on some black cardstock. This technique is much easier if you leave the die cut pieces inside the outline. But be careful not to stick them together. I then took 2 A2 sticker sheets and heat embossed them using sea turtle and sea salt Wow Embossing powder blends. I plan to use the sea salt for the peony bloom and the sea turtle for the leaves. I then die cut these panels using the peony cover plate. Now here comes the fun part. Instead of directly placing the embossed die cuts inside, I decided to add some dimension by sticking anywhere between 0 to 3 additional pieces behind the embossed ones. This makes it seem like that the petals towards the inside are facing away from you, while the petals on the outside are facing towards you, thus creating a 3D look. For the leaves, I didn't add any additional pieces as I wanted it to be in the background while the main bloom will be in the foreground. Then I took some teal cardstock and ink blended the edges using navy blue ink. To make it more dramatic, I added some paint splatters using blue, black and white ink. Remember, if you're going to use something thicker like a finger, you're going to get larger splatters, while using something thinner like a pencil will get you smaller ones. Then, die cut the teal background as well and place these pieces in the remaining parts. Finally, I die cut and heat embossed the sentiment from the Lush Bloom stamp set on black cardstock to finish off my card. Now for some bloopers. I tend to make a lot of mistakes behind the scenes and I hope to share them with you and how I try to cover them up because I want to keep this real. Number one mistake I seem to make often is cutting the cardstock of incorrect size. Even after all this time, I can never get a perfect cut of A2 and I always seem to be trimming the edges when I'm making my cards. The second mistake was that I used a thin sticker sheet the first time around. I struggled to get it outside of my die and I ended up using a much thicker one later on. I also tend to overdo my cards, and here's an example. I tried adding bling and I struggled with the placement. I ended up not liking it and was able to remove it without leaving any residue as the embossing powders had a glossy surface. I hope you like this technique and will give this a try. Thanks for watching and please subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much.